From one car robot's combiner to another, presenting the leader of Team Bullet Train, Railspike, or J5 in Japan, as he's based on the JR500 bullet train, a fairly streamlined design with a longer, pointier nose compared to his teammates. The deco is tweaked slightly from the Japanese release, itself an exact or close enough replica of the actual train, or at least one of its color schemes. But the Hasbro version replaces the 500 Cybertron logo on the left with an Autobot emblem. Also, the windows are painted blue, a nice metallic shade at that, as opposed to Takara's, which are cast in the same translucent green as his weapon. Well, that's what it looks like. Also, the blue windows here were part of a running change, as the earlier US copies had unpainted white windows. Bullet trains rank up with motorcycles as some of the hardest vehicles to get robots out of, due to how trim they are. Where the alt mode's concerned, they did a good job. Not just the shape, but everything is sculpted well, like the cockpit and cab windows, and there's very little robot kibble, outside of the feet hanging off the back, and even that doesn't look too bad. Though, there is the coupling formed from his weapon. The barrel has multiple indents, only 2 pairs of potential slots for those tabs underneath the train. With one pair, the coupling doesn't sit flush against him. The other pair results in the rear of the train not meshing properly thanks to the barrel tip. It's far from the worst design choice in the world, but it's still an oddity. Railspike arguably has the best proportioned bot mode of the trio. Not perfect, his arms are a tad scrawny, though his legs aren't ludicrously long or bulky in addition. But he's generally lithe, and has quite a bit of kibble, both of which, much like the biker bots, can't really be helped given his alt mode. The kibble itself ranges from complimentary to ugly, and as for its effects on posability, it either moves in accordance, like those halves on his shoulders, or can be adjusted to improve the figure's range of motion, case in point his armored skirt. Ultimately, with 17 points of articulation, Railspike still poses fine. Based on several other reviews, it seems there are 2 chest configurations. The first has the large beam, or stem, horizontal, though the chest piece is unstable. The second has the large beam vertical and tucked between the waist halves. This secures the chest, but also obstructs his vision, or maybe it's a guard of some kind. It's up to you how you transform him. Railspike is the only team member with electronics, that being his weapon lights up, which I can't show off due to either damage or age, but this is what you get. Personally, I think it looked better if the LEDs were green to match the translucent plastic. While not great, Railspike may very well be my favourite Team Bullet Train toy, mostly because he handles his alt mode's limitations the best in my opinion, especially since he combines on top of that. Like the build team, I won't review each member back to back, but I'll try to cover them before the year is up.